Hi, my name is Adrian Dommisse. I'm the founding attorney of Dommisse Attorneys, and I'm also a member of the South African Startup Steering Committee. So the problem statement that most of our clients face is, how do they earn and retain hard currency in an offshore company? This is essentially a decision on how do they allocate their value between South Africa and their offshore companies. Now, this usually requires a solution where it threads together international tax, South African tax, and exchange controls. And these are mostly problems that are faced by companies no matter where they are in the world, no matter what countries they're in. But in South Africa, we face the additional challenge of having exchange controls. Exchange controls stringently restrict the ability of any South African to move value out of South Africa, essentially to protect the tax base. And solving that problem is an additional challenge. Or I should say, it was an additional challenge, until the amazing work of the South African Startup Act community to engage with the South African Reserve Bank and to build a solution, or at least a framework or sandbox for building a solution for these companies. So the Startup Act committee directly engaged with the South African Reserve Bank, who were very receptive to the story of helping South African startups to grow globally. This is essentially the value of the Startup Act movement. And the committee that I'm involved in, the subcommittees, really focus on that exchange control aspect, provide us with remarkable access to the South African Reserve Bank, typically as a result of the consequence and the importance of the people that are on the committee, except for me. So that's a great example of what the Startup Act movement does, and I'd strongly recommend you to join it and to tell your community, because movements like this do change what South Africa is capable of achieving on a global scale. So this is the value of the Startup Act movement. It has amazing members who contribute their time at no cost to really convince the government that these reforms, these regulatory changes, the opportunities we're trying to access are genuinely for the betterment of South Africa. So there should be no doubt in your mind that you should join the movement, and I look forward to working with you.